Here is the newer 18.3-inch RGB LED video light panel set, 60-watt, dimmable, 2500 Kelvin all the way up to 8500 Kelvin, RGB 168 LED panels with a CRI of 97 plus, has 17 effects as well. I'm going to show you what you get in the box and how everything works. All right, the good thing about this case, I mean, this is how it comes, and you can put this on your shoulder, so it comes with an adjustable shoulder strap and a Velcro handles here if you want to carry it by hand. All right, so when you open it, you'll see foam, and there are the instruction manuals. All right, this is one of the lights. See how big that is? This thing is a huge light. All right, you remove these foam, and you see you have two of their stands. Real nice metal stands, so you get two of them. Here you have the attachments for the stands themselves, and you remove this piece, and you have the power supply here on either side. So when you get this, I just keep all the foams, that way everything has its own compartment and it's easy to store. Here's the size difference between the newer 1200s. Okay, these are just like real good lights too, 1200s, but I want to show you, comparing it to these, how large this panel is. It almost dwarfs this 1200, which is crazy because this is probably one of their high-end models, the highest one they have. And but this 18.3-inch one from Neewer is just large. So another thing that's really cool about these lights is that you could actually adjust the angle right from here, so you don't have to mess around and unscrew, you know, the lights. Like typically when you have these type of lights, okay, you have to unscrew it and then have it, you know, mounted this way in order for it to be overhead shot. But with this, you don't need to worry about anything. It's just attached and built into it, so you could just unscrew this and angle it whatever angle you want. You want it like that, there you go. You could have it bounce off the ceiling if you want. You could set this up in whatever angle without having to unscrew the mount, which is real cool. And the only thing I don't like about this though is that this is plastic. Okay, so I wish this was metal. And but the good thing about the plastics, because this whole panel is plastic, is that it weighs less and it won't heat up or you know, as much as the metal do. Because the metal, when you touch, you know, after you finish shooting, you grab it, it's super hot. But since this is plastic, it's gonna dissipate the heat better. And also the way they have this form is actually helps with the ventilation throughout the entire light, which is real cool. So that's a good feature as well. Stands, you know, are real good. They're metal, and you know, these are adjustable all the way up to 6.5 feet. So these are really good stands. One of the downsides to these lights is that you would need 2 batteries for it to work if you want to use it with the batteries. Like unlike the other Neewers, for example, the 1200s here, even though it has 2 battery compartments, you could use one and run it off one battery. But with this light, you cannot run it off of one battery. You need 2 if you want to be wireless. I'm going to show you how easy it is to adjust. So right here is the mode. So if you want just the regular color temperature here, you could do that. Here you have this HSI, so you could go through the modes here. All right, that's how that works. Then you have these functions here. You have 4 of these buttons. So let's say we're on just a regular mode here and you want to change the intensity. You just click on here, goes right to it, highlights it, and then you could adjust that. This goes up to 1%. So it was at 1% showing you, and then look how bright that is. That's really bright. So super bright. And so if you want to change the color temperature, you can just click on this, and now you could change that. You can see that I'm changing the color temperature. I'm just scrolling down. All right, this goes to this 25 now. If you want to go to all the way to 85, there you go. You can see that. So you could do that with the app, of course, as well. But I'm showing you all the functions here. You could change the GM, so you could do that as well. So whatever, it's so easy to use. Whatever you want to change, you want to change the intensity, the color temperature, just click it, and you could just use this knob to control that. All right. Here you could plug the outlet if you want to, and this is the, if you wanted to use the plug, you just click it down. But I'm using the battery, so I have it up, and that's that. So this is a real easy interface. It's color. It's really easy to understand. If you want to go to, let's say you want to go to the HSI, you could do that and change the saturations by clicking here. You do that, change that, all right, which is real cool. Change the intensity just like that as well, because crazy bright that is. So you could do that on the fly. Go to the scenes, which I'm going to show you right now. All right, I'm going to show you some of the scenes. So here's you. Okay. This is CCT, your INT, got television, you got like one of those fireworks type of stuff. You got like a party one. And you could control the rate. This is like a lightning one. You could control the color temperature. You could do all these changes on the fly. That's cool. It's like real lightning. And this is paparazzi. So you could control this through the app. It's much better through the app. Here's a bomb going off. You have lots of different scenes here, which is real cool. I like these scenes. They're really cool. There's a cop one. There's a whole bunch of pulse ones, like this one. It's really cool. This one, it goes out and you see as they're going in, it's pulsing, which is real cool. This could be good for like a scary movie. So you got if you're near the like a fireplace one here, it's real cool. So you could just go through all these cool different scenes. I like that. It's like a extra bonus. What I really love about these lights is that they have a built-in diffuser, and unlike some other, panel lights, like the ones I have a whole bunch of different panel lights, you will need to add a diffuser to the door, to the barn doors, to the light itself. But with these, they have a built-in one, so you can't see the LEDs. You can't see none of them here, obviously. So the built-in diffuser is just awesome. How thin these are is a real thin form factor, besides the big batteries, but the lights themselves are real thin, so it's easy to transport. These have 5,000 lux. These are 60 watts, so they're very powerful, very bright, and they're just awesome lights. If you're into photography, videography, you're a YouTuber, you do Twitch streams, or you just want a nice light if you're in a meeting and stuff, when you're doing Zoom calls and stuff like that, I definitely recommend these lights. They're just huge for one. So you with these two, if this pack right here, there's two lights, you don't need any other lights at all. They will get a lot done. And the stands and everything else that come with it are great too. So I highly recommend them. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. And also like the video. If you want the product shown, just click the link in the description. Stay real.